S, and welcome to the House of Witchcraft. I've been doing magic for a very long time now, and I'm so happy to open up my cottage to you. Come on in. Hello, magic family. I'm so happy to see all of you today. And of course, if you're a baby witch, let me be the first to say welcome home. Welcome home. We are so happy you're here, and you are our next generation. So we need you to lean in. And with that being said, today is what I call a witchcraft basics video. We all read about smudge your space, and then nobody else says anything. And you're like, okay, what does this mean? What do I do? You know? And so I thought I would pull out our Cottage box of sage, because we have all different ways of smudging, and I wanted to share them with you witches out there. And the first one I want to talk about is one of our sweet witches was so wonderful and made a cedar and sage wrapped smudge stick for us. Several of our smudge sticks are wild wooded, meaning that we actually go out in the wild and we sustainably, you know what I'm saying, witches, it's about being responsible, okay? We'll pick different things. One of the favorite things in which we just did are these, in which is wild sage wrapped with red clover and wild flowers. You see we have our hanging where once we have harvested them, we will sit here and wrap them up, and then they get hung up in the cottage. It typically takes, a good 3-4 weeks for them to really dry. And there's that sweet spot when you're doing this where you want them dried, but not like dry, dusty dried. And if you do feel like it's dried, you can actually take a spritz bottle and gently, re-moisturize, rehydrate your smudge stick. The reason we smudge is so that we can put positive energies into our workspace. All right. We use sage, as I was showing you, wildflowers wrapped in clover. You can use juniper, cedar. One of the things you'll see a lot of times is the Palo Santo wood. And this is used by indigenous folk throughout South America. And where I live here in San Diego, it is actually part of Mexico. And the indigenous folk, and this is where we learned it from. It has an amazing smell. And again, this is something you need to make sure is sustainably harvested. All right. And I'm just going to get through all of the ones. You can see we have just a whole different selection. This is sage wrapped in dragon's blood. All right, and I like this when I'm doing like a dark moon working, and I want to put a little bit of protection in with my good vibes. So you can get this. This is readily available. And again, we've got an all cedar here. I just love cedar. One of the witches had to bring down a tree, and she was kind enough to make little smudge sticks for all of us. And as you can see, I'm going to show you this. This is our pretty little abalone. It's just 2 shells glued together. But it is really important that, and I'll get my other little one down here too, that when you are working with smudge, with fireproof containers, you can have something. I have all sorts of little ones here, as you can see. Very easily put this smudge, very easily make sure your smudge is in a shell. Do not put it on a paper plate. All right. Yeah, I know y'all raised your eyebrows at that. I'm not saying somebody's name, but I'm just saying, All right. Now, another thing that we love to do is when we're doing our sage is to take air and put it up there. Get your pretty feather, light your sage up, start flowing it around. Flow it around your space in a way that feels good to you. You're going to hear all sorts of directions. You got to do each quarter. You have to do it this way. You need to do it that way. Honey, you need to do it your way. This is about setting your space up so that it feels good to you. All right? And if you ain't feeling it, then it's not the right way. Okay? So it's simple as You go set your space. A lot of times when I come down here to the cottage, I will light a candle first. I like to what I call wake up spirit. And then I typically get incense, my mood, what the season, just all there is no rhyme or reason. You have to have this incense or this and for that. I do it in the moment. And then I will take me a smudge stick and I will just lightly to the air cleanse my space. And you know what else I like to smudge, and which is going to surprise all you witches, I know this for sure. I smudge my car. All right, I know, think about that one. Make sure you really smudge like your front bumper and back bumper. Those are what I call safety zones. And when I'm smudging, I'm like, and nothing shall get near here. Nothing shall get near here. And you do it whenever you're feeling it. You don't have to smudge every time you do magic, folks. There is no, I got to do this, this, and this, all right? If you're feeling it, do it. Let me show you all another one I got. This is sweetgrass. Typically it's like straw hay and it's braided together. And then this is Native American sweetgrass and we will burn it. We just haven't got to this one yet. Let me see what else I got in this bag for y'all. This is some more of our wildwood. As you can tell, we go through it because when we're in circle, we will have it going around. And a lot of times if there's a small piece of it left, I just put it in our fire. I let it burn out while we're in ritual. And ooh, what's this one we got? Oh, here you go, witches. Here is another really good example of a nice cedar bundle. And oh my gosh, it smells so good. We have, and then you'll see where somebody gifted us a nice sage bundle. We use them all. We use them constantly. Now, this one needs just to be put in for an offering. And I will typically, when I have a little collection of these going, and then I'll just put them in a bowl, light it up, and sit it outside my door, and basically just do the front area of the cottage. You can sage wherever you're feeling it, or smudge, excuse me. I keep saying sage when I should be saying smudge. I'm so sorry, witches. But you can smudge anywhere, anytime, any place. The only rules are the ones that you decide for yourself. This is about creating your area, preparing your space to be used magically and to be used spiritually. So really take your time and put your items together in a little area where these feel right today. In this moment, this feels right. And pull out the smudge that you want to use. If it's sage, Palo Santo, if it's sweetgrass, if it's an incense stick, all right? What you're feeling is what is most important. The magic was within you. You have to connect to what's already in there. And all of this is just there to help you. All right, witches? Now, let me say, first of all, or second and third and fourth and fifth of all, because I got a mouthful ready to come out. If you are new, hit subscribe and notify witches. We upload videos at least 3 times a week. If you're leaning into what I'm saying and you want to get all up into what Taren S is talking about, House of Witchcraft has a Patreon site where we have exclusive videos. We go live. We do virtual full moons. We have Q&As. We just got all sorts of stuff, witches. And so please consider joining us. We'd love to have you. All right, witches, thanks so much. You know, I'm just amazed at how much this channel has grown. Those comments, those are just, when I get up in the morning and I'm stirring that coffee, I open up those comments and that just sets my day up so that it makes me want to get out here to the cottage and make more videos for y'all witches. All right, thank y'all for joining me. And of course, you know, it never changes because we believe in celebrating our differences while being combined in our unity. We're all in the magic circle together, witches. So you remember that. Amen. Blessed be, Ashe, and Ebobo.